All right, well, you guys know I've been doing a product review on the Mount Evo suction cup bike rack. You know, our goal was to leave France traveling in this little Fiat 500 adventure vehicle and bring bicycles with us. One of the reasons we wanted to bring the bicycles with us was because we wanted to end up here thousands and thousands of kilometers later, thousands of, well, I shouldn't say thousands, a couple ferry trips, a lot of winding roads, just to get up to this point here where we stayed. There are some of the windiest, skinny roads I've ever seen in my life. Driving through Italy with the Fiat, these Italian drivers, especially the local ones, know how to hit these roads. So this suction cup bike rack has been put through the ultimate test of G-force. I like to drive fast. You know, it's one of my passions, and I'm careful about my driver's license nowadays. But when you're flowing with the flow of traffic and it's absolutely just ripping through these mountain canyons, I didn't want to have to worry about the bike rack. And since I have owned a bicycle shop and I have sold a lot of the suction cup style racks, I have faith in them. I've never dealt with Mount Evo. There's their logo right there. There's their logo right there, Mount Evo. This is the Duo, the DUO, and it's for 2 bikes. Like I said, because of my experience with the suction cup bike racks, and I sold Seasucker for a lot of years in the United States, I have confidence in these. But this was a new brand out of Great Britain, right, Marissa?
Out of England.
Oh, out of England. I get it all confused. I get it all confused sometimes. But Marissa called up, was able to talk to their product managers and ask a few questions. We asked, will they fit on the Fiat 500? And they knew right away this car and knew it would fit. So we got the definite answer that it would work. And here we are. It's not our final destination. We still have thousands of kilometers to go, but this was the big deal to get the bicycles to a bicycle event here in Velocedro, Sardinia, that we did yesterday. So it was amazing. Traveling without bicycles just doesn't add the flair that I want when I'm doing a worldwide trip. And the Fiat gets great gas mileage, so sometimes you don't have to have a big van. This is easy to park in the cities. It's been a great rack. So I'm gonna give the thumbs up to the Mount Evo products. The construction is really good. I've got a few tricks and tips videos that I've done about the end caps and just not wanting to lose those when you're on vacation, and different ways to not lose those. I was actually cut a piece of the provided Velcro that stops the crank arm from rolling. I cut it thin, and I kind of thread it through when the bike's not on there, and Velcro it rather than taking the caps on and off, on and off, and off, on or off, or just driving around with the caps where they could fall out. So they do fit in tight with an O-ring, but when you're on vacation, you don't want to lose those caps. So a couple of tips and tricks videos, but it's been a great rack, and it has enabled us to get the bikes to Sardinia, Velocedro, Sardinia, and it's been definitely worth every bit of bringing, you know, and I want to say hassle, you know, because it is sometimes it's worse bringing bikes, and then you go to some bed and breakfasts and or Airbnbs, and you know they don't want the bikes inside, and I don't know, it's traveling with bikes sometimes is logistically harder, but it is the thing is, it's possible. Like, you can have a little sports car, get good gas mileage, have that feeling of driving a sports car. You don't have to have a hitch or some kind of bike rack on the back. If I were to strap on a bike rack here, every time I wanted to get in and out of the trunk, it would be a hassle. And you wouldn't believe how many times we want to get in and out of the trunk to get stuff. And if I had to loosen a strap bike rack every time, it would really be a pain in the ass. So having these suction cups that you could put on and take off. We did have a little problem with the Fiat, because the Fiat is having paint flakes, and the suction cups have a hard time sticking to the where the paint's flaked off. That's not the rack's fault. That's, you know, that's just part of it. So we put down some vinyl. My vinyl's wrinkled, so now it doesn't stick to the vinyl as good. This morning I pulled the vinyl off of this side, and all of a sudden we've got things sticking pretty good again. So, but that's not any fault of the Mount Evo. If we had a good clear coat paint job, it would stick no problem. But you can see on this little Fiat, the paint's flaking off the top. So nothing against Mount Evo there, but if you do have a car that has a rag top or not a smooth surface, you might have a little problem. We're gonna put a big smiley face sticker or something on there, and decided on some vinyl, and when I put the vinyl down, it kind of wrinkled up somehow. On the glass, it's no problem. We put this bike rack on in the beginning. We haven't taken it off. Mount Evo does provide a security cable. This is not Mount Evo security cable. If you're ordering products from them, go ahead and order the security cable. We didn't think about it till it was too late, so I kind of had to make my own with some cable, and then it wraps down. I've got a little bike lock there, so people would actually have to break the window to get the bike rack off, and it just adds an extra complexity for someone to steal your stuff. You can take these off really easy and put it inside the car, so that's probably the best theft protection. But where we're traveling, I haven't really felt that threatened, you know, especially here in Sardinia. The people are so nice. I feel like theft really isn't even an issue here. But just, you know, for future, you know, for making this video and telling people our experience with this rack, that's one of the things that we don't want to lose this rack, because it'd be a pain in the butt whether you have a bicycle, you're trying to travel, and you have no way to put it on your car. So anyway, enough about our travels. Let me just tell you right now that the Mount Evo rack it's a quality product, and it really does provide that solution for driving in a little sports car or something that you don't want to have strapped or have a hitch put on. Here in Europe, they don't even have the type of hitches that we have in the United States, with a 1/4 slide in, you know, rear mounted rack. But here in Europe, they've got this, I'm going to say weird because it's different to me, but a little ball that comes up. And so most of the bike racks I see in Europe strap onto the back, and like I said a few minutes ago, that's just not a solution for us. So there it is, Mount Evo. We're going to get rolling, but I wanted to stop and take a little bit of time and just share this experience for people that want to travel with their bikes, and they're scratching their heads going, how the heck do I get a bike on a Porsche? That's how, right there. Suction cups. They work good. And I'm lucky. I do have friends in Biloxi, Mississippi. They clean and install windows on these big casino skyscrapers. And the guy, you know, that does it, owns the company, is a friend of mine, and they use suction cups. And he goes, Bart, we're up in the wind, 21 stories high, with big plate glass, with basically people underneath it. We have to rely on the suction cup. So it's an old technology. These suction cups hold big pieces of plate glass that, you know, they're putting on skyscrapers. So that's just a kind of how you can equal the G-forces that I could not break this off the top of the car. I can if I break the suction, but I can't just pull. I like these things, they're hooked. This suction, it's I guess it's physics. So if you're wondering if they work, I wouldn't trust thousands of dollars worth of bicycle, or even worse, causing an accident and having some kind of tragedy happen because my bike fell off the top of a car. Obviously they work. Thousands of miles later, this is a real testimonial on this type of rack system. And if you're in Europe, definitely, you know, support your local countries, you know, the European countries. So this is a good product, and these guys, call them up, they're easy to talk to. It's not they're not paying me to do this video. I'm really just sharing this so people can take their Porsche or their Fiat 500 and go travel and experience the world. That's what we're doing, and it makes me happy to be able to do this. And yesterday's bike ride made me so happy. I wouldn't have been able to do it without this bike with me. So Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube. If you like what I do, just please like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, only takes you a second, and it sure does help me with the YouTube algorithm that I'm trying to figure out. But I know if you like and subscribe, or the notification bell, all of a sudden YouTube likes me better, and I want YouTube to like me. So, because I want to keep doing videos for you guys. All right, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube, over and out.